I'd really like to share with you this session who became one of my greatest influences when I set out on my own yoga journey, and it was a home practice just like yours. So my biggest role model, I guess, or influencer in yoga was Mr Iyengar. And it's a great book and I really love it because the way or his style of teaching largely influenced the way I teach yoga now. So he's very alignment based. He likes to talk about body positioning in order to keep you safe, which is definitely a strategy or a teaching tool that I have adopted myself. He's the king of alignment, and I guess that's my aspiration as well in what I can pass on to you. So look, when it comes to beginner yoga and the poses that are best to start with, I can really only speak from my own experience. And what I found when I set out was that I was really drawn to setting up the foundation of my standing postures first and foremost before I focused in on anything else. And again, that's just from my own experience. It worked for me as a foundation tool. So I'd like to share with you the two poses that I think were two of my very first poses that I taught myself from this book. So if you would like to join me in the setup of those poses, they're two of the warrior poses. So warrior 1, warrior 2. What I really love about them is the stages that it takes to set up the poses can and are in and of themselves lots of little poses that make up the whole. So if you're keen to dive in with me, let's jump on up. And start so that your feet are together. All right, now follow me along with this process. So as you're ready, I want you to step or walk your feet wide apart. Okay, and think of it like being slightly pigeon-toed. So when your legs are in a comfortable position apart, I want you to think about turning your toes in slightly and having your heels out. So the feet are almost a little like this. And then just take a moment to feel this shape. This is a part of that building block to come into warrior. Where are we going to start? Let's start with warrior 2. Okay, once you've set up this framework, turn your right foot out 90 degrees. Now on your mat or the space that you're practicing, I want you to draw an imaginary line from the heel of your front foot to the center arch of your back foot. If balance is an issue for you already here, then draw that line from the heel of your front foot to the heel of your back foot. So just take a moment to set up that position for yourself. And again, take a moment now to feel how this has changed the orientation of the legs slightly. So we've opened the inner groin area of the right leg now. All right, we're ready to go on. So this is a very important alignment cue to keep your knee safe. As you bend your right knee, eyeball the knee. So you want to really check that your knee is over your ankle, not beyond it. It can be behind it, but the ideal is to have it stacked above your ankle. And again, as soon as you move from extended leg to bent leg, notice the musculature that's working to switch on. So just move a couple of times from extended leg to bent leg, stopping above the ankle. So you really get a feel for where that is without having to look down to the knee or the ankle. And then once you have this kind of shape, your legs may be shorter, remembering everybody is different, then extend your arms long and wide. Reach and extend from fingertip to fingertip, and then look down the line of your right arm. And this pose, warrior 2, is a lovely basis for reverse warrior. So in reverse warrior, all that we're doing is we're flipping the front palm And on an inhale, we're extending the fingertips up towards the ceiling and the hand down onto the supporting leg at the back. And this provides a lovely deep opening and stretch in the right side of your body. So again, just take a moment to feel that. And come out whenever you're ready. If this is already too much for your legs, listen and respond to your body. You might come out, you might take a moment, and then you might enter again. So it's really discerning what feels right for you. Okay, to exit that pose, it's hands come down, your knee extends, turn the foot back to center so they're both parallel again now, and then we're moving it to the other side. So again, turn your left foot out 90 degrees. Eyeball your mat, and if it's got lines down it, it's particularly more helpful. So again, we want to think about your left heel lining up with the center arch of your back foot, or if balance you're noticing is already a problem, heel to heel. That will just expand the feet a little bit. Okay, again, take a moment to feel that. And in fact, really switch or engage your leg muscles by drawing your kneecap up and feeling the firmness of the thighs. Okay, when you have that, let's move at that next step. This is the alignment key. So as you bend your front knee, take it as far as your ankle. So the ankle is below the knee. Legs are switched on. The muscles would have changed at the front leg as you moved into that. And then just oscillate gently between extended leg and bent leg. Watching that the knee doesn't go too far beyond the ankle. Extended leg, bent leg. Extended leg will now move into the shape, bent leg. Inhale, expand the arms long and wide. Take a moment to feel into the shape, into the connection of your feet to the ground, into the way that your upper torso and body rises out of the hips and the lower body. Important to stay connected to your breath here. And if you want to join me in that reverse warrior, flip your front palm up towards the ceiling. Sweep or scoot the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Feel that beautiful bright opening in the left side of your body. Slowly come out. Extending through the front leg, repositioning the feet. And then heel toe the feet together. I'm just going to turn side on so you can see this. And to counteract that pose, come into a supported half forward fold. If you want to take it a little bit deeper just to nourish the spine, soften or bend your knees a little bit further. Fold your torso out over your thighs and relax through your neck. Take a few breaths here. Press down firmly into your feet. Rise all the way up. Fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Okay, the one other position that I would like to move you through, it's exactly the same setup as Warrior 2. So the legs are spaced, maybe not as far apart for this pose. We'll start on the right leg. So turn your right leg out 90 degrees. This one takes a little bit of balance. So if you've got a wall nearby, you could use the wall as support. So you're pressing down into the heel of or the ball of your back foot, twisting your hips. So they're now forward facing. Now the options here are personal to you. So if it feels right for you to stay on the ball of your foot, this takes a little bit more balance, then stay here. Otherwise, lower the foot. So it's at an angle. Generally, you will feel this in the Achilles as it stretches and opens. So work out which position feels right for you. Once you have that, if you feel confident to let go of the wall, Relax your arms down by your side. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Reach and extend through the fingertips. Again, remembering the same principle of alignment for your knee applies here. So check that the knee is stacked over the ankle. Take a few breaths here, remembering you're not committed to staying here. If this is too much for you already, then you can take another option. Move out of it, take your arms out of the picture. Let's stay here for one more breath if you're still with me. Notice all the little fluctuations of your body as it naturally tends to move to maintain balance. And then to come out of that position, we start by extending the front leg. Again, just take a moment to feel all the little components of this pose. You might feel a lengthening in the back of the legs. You might feel muscle engagement in the front of the legs, the connection to the floor. To come out of that pose, reposition the feet so that they're parallel, and we're moving to the opposite side now. So left foot is at a 90-degree angle. Again, take a moment to feel into the hips here. Take the wall beside you, press down into the ball of your right foot, pivot on the ball of your foot so the hips now face forward. Take a moment to make any adjustments to support your balance. Again, your foot can remain like this. If you are more comfortable on the other side, pressing your heel into the mat, take that option now. On your exhale, we're moving into the bent front knee. So exhale, bend the front knee, watch the positioning of your knee so that it's stacked over your ankle. If you feel secure to let go of the wall, you can do so at this stage. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, rise and lift the torso out of the lower body. Connect with your breath. The breath has the capacity to really keep you in the moment of this pose, to feel and notice what you do. Remember, stumbling, swaying, moving are all part of the process. Heel toes together. Halfway lift. Reach out through the crown of your head. Thank you for exploring my first two favourite go-to poses. I hope you enjoy the journey, keep practicing, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Anita from Yoga on the Road.